What's up?
Awesome. I'm Ariana. Nice to meet you, RJ.
How you doing?
Good, good. So, did you feel a lot of pressure to be a part of Issa's first show after Insecure?
No, I was excited. Shoot. Because I mean, I feel like Issa never gives us the same thing twice, So I didn't really feel like pressure because watching Issa as she works, it's like she doesn't like she don't take it easy. So I wasn't expecting nothing but another version of just greatness, just like coming from Issa again.
Speaking of the same thing happening, not happening twice, you never play the same type of character twice. Is that by design?
Yeah, yeah. I like to try to diversify before, not to say, oh, well, I'll never play the same character twice, but they have to be just as monumental as the last one or better. You feel me? Like I don't like to have people get bored. You feel me? Because I'll get bored. I like to watch different movies. I listen to different music genres, play different video games. I skate to different music. So um, I would want my roles to always kind of depict a different persona or point of view, personality, or whatever, just to not kind of also put younger black men that may come behind me in a box to what they may feel like they can be or such in our in our field of work. So it's like, nah, I'd rather just be all across the board so y'all know y'all can reach anything.
That's awesome. How would you say that you're similar to Lamont, and how are you guys different?
We similar because we both like really loving, genuine young men that are, can be absent-minded sometimes, but always in the way of genuine nature. Like if we're absent-minded about something, all you got to do is just tell us that we're being, maybe off a little bit, and then we kind of quick fix because we're people pleasers, and we kind of want to help the people that mean something to us, but we differ in the way of just having a kid. I ain't got no kids. Lamont got a kid.
Speaking of kids, though, at least what I've seen on Instagram, you and the actress that played Melissa are super close. How was it like to build that kind of dad-like bond, or maybe in this sense, like an uncle?
Yo, it was so cool because like Frankie, first of all, in herself, she's already a personality before the TV show. Like Melissa is like a character that Frankie can just pull out of her bag because Frankie herself, she's such a young boss in her career path, right? At such an early age. And so when I first met her, she said, "Hey, what's up, Mr. RJ?" I was like, keep it together, RJ, or she gonna think that you cry too much. She might, you know what I'm saying? But it was just like the most. First of all, every kid that I work with has a different level of professionalism that I just be like awed by, And Frankie herself, not just knowing her lines, but knowing her points, where to go here, her direction sense is crazy. Like she knows how to take direction like it's simple. Um, but also getting to see her be in her adolescence. Like she's not too jaded to where she tries to act more adult or more grown than what she is. And her parents allow for that space. Like they protect Frankie's child space, which is why her as a kid, when it comes to being on screen, it comes across so authentic. And it was just cool being able to kind of get to have the repertoire that I be having with my nieces, my Lily and Mama, like just being like, hey, Uncle JJ such. I felt the same with Frankie, like, you good, mama? All right, come on, let's go shoot the scene then.
Speaking of Lamont and his fatherly roles, what do you think his true intentions are with Mia? Because he kind of became interested in her at the end, and it kind of, at least to her, it seemed like a sudden change. Why do you think he is more interested into her now?
I think now he's more interested because before she didn't communicate with him. But now it's like it's way more easy for Lamont to be who you need him to be, but who he needs to be also for himself when you communicate certain things. You feel me? It shows throughout the entire TV show that when she says something, he doesn't combat what she means or what she needs. He listens to her and then he adjusts, And so I think in a lot of ways, Lamont can be read off or sideways because of the timely nature of some things, but his action and his character shows totally different, you know? And so I think it's one of those things to like, don't take away his flowers, give them to him, give him to him. He ain't gonna hurt her type things, you know? I think his main intention is to make sure that Melissa has both parents, you feel me? And both parents doesn't just mean both are present. Your mom is happy when your pop's not there or when he is there. It's not an energy of hate towards your dad when he's not around. And it's the same thing when it comes to Mia, you know, and Lamont. So I feel like just as parents, they show a great example of co-parenting. You know, they're not perfect at it, but they are starting to communicate with each other to where it's like, oh, now we're good at it. So now Lamont just feels like, oh, okay, cool. Like, I'm actually getting it now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know what I'm supposed to do. So it just feels right. You know what I'm saying? Like the fact that I can help her with music at this time. And also I'm understanding what she needs as, you know, a father. I'm starting to do better with this. All right, word. It just seems like it's supposed to fit in the puzzle, you know? And that's why everybody is like, and all fall down. Like they just think it's gonna crash, which is so horrible.
Yeah, I don't think Lamont is a clout chaser. Like the timing, I could see how people are curious, but if he was a clout chaser, it would be like, oh, let's take this picture on Instagram together.
Yeah.
Like he simply wants to take her to dinner at like a chain restaurant with punch bowls. Like
punch bowls. Come on, babe. We ain't got no toxicity in punch bowls.
For sure. So how's it like to be a part production with majority Black cast, writers, directors, and all of that, which is still pretty rare in Hollywood?
It feel good and it feel like home. You feel me? Not to say that it, you know, any other set has any other problems with it. We definitely love every sense of creativity, but I like it when it's us doing us for us, if that makes sense, you know, and not selling us in a toxic way. You feel me? Because we definitely have influencers and things of that nature that all kind of help the Black be Black. You feel me? And see the beauty in that. You know what I'm saying? And this show does that a lot. Like we some sexy melanated creatures on this show. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. I feel like there's definitely more of like kind of a shorthand when you are working within your community of just a basic level of understanding because you're all coming from the same place. The show also deals a lot with social media and how a lot of people can be fake on it and have it take over their lives. What's your relationship like with social media?
Social media is like, that's the girl I know, you know what I'm saying? She on the roster, but I don't, you know what I'm saying? I know she important. But like, she ain't the main boo, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like my relationship with social media is cool. I've never been too on it because I don't be feeling like I'm cool enough for social media, if that makes sense. I don't even know how to be. I ain't looked at my message requests. I'm scared too because I feel like I don't miss so much. But I'm pretty cool. I'm like in and out on social media. On Twitter, it'd be more fun because they just be random thoughts that come into my head. So you might see like pineapple pumpernickel or some like on my timeline. What, RJ? I have no idea. God told me to say it, so I said it. All right. Don't blame me. But yeah, it's pretty smooth. It's not too integrated, but it's there.
Yes. Another theme of the show is the idea of seducing and scheming. What do you think of that motto?
Hey, look, man, everything has a consequence to it. You feel me? So you do your thing. I think everybody do your thing. If you seduce, you got to deal with the fact that, you know, that comes with repercussions. If you scheme, come with repercussions. We you know, it's whatever. But when it comes to the song, it's a banger. They rolled that mug. I ain't gonna lie. They actually cut up. It's actually on my playlist for my workout. So it'd be that way. But yeah, I think if you just put the work in and you be honest about certain things, you know, seducing and scheming ain't really necessary. You feel me? Like, you ain't got to. That's the exit strategy. That's your survival plan. That's not your purpose. Your purpose should not be to seduce and scheme. live a better life, okay? So you don't have to worry about what comes after you seducing.
Yes. So there's a lot of different artists that guest star on Rap Shit. Who is kind of one of your dream artists to guest star on the show?
Dang. Who I would want to see, or
yeah.
who I,
who would you want to see on the show?
Who I would want to see, I'm not gonna lie. And I know this just because I'm from Duval for real. And it may sound like some hood baby stuff, but if we could have like a Kodak and or a Boosie like appearance on the show, I think that'll be pretty funny just because of the people that they are, but also just because I done seen them live in my city, so they be lit. Or Lil Duval. I think Lil Duval will be lit, but he kind of got injured a little bit ago. Shout out to my dog. Get well soon, man. Like, but yeah.
Okay, definitely. And you said that you listen to a lot of music while you're skating. What's on your skating playlist?
On my skating playlist, there is some Erykah Badu, there's Jill Scott, there's Toby Ngwe, there's Mariah Francis, there's Ishtar. I got a lot of Anderson .Paak and Big Crit also. And then I got some Webby on there for the little slow stroll type thing.
You've got a lot of R&B on your skating playlist. I wouldn't have imagined that for skating, but I could see that now, just kind of being on that wavelength.
Yeah, because I roll. I wouldn't even consider what I do to be just skating. I'll be rolling. I ain't gonna lie, I'll be rolling.
What was your favorite scene to shoot this season?
Favorite scene to shoot. I think so. You know, the argument between me, Chameleon, and Melissa was there, right? Mm-hmm. So the reason why I say it's my favorite like scene that we shot this season was because of the actual like takes that we took that didn't make it to air. Mm-hmm. Each time Mills would deliver this line like, "Can I get a motherfucking break?" Right? Or excuse my French. But that was the line, right? And the way that she delivered it just gave me like all of my mom and then all of my sisters at the same time. And it was so perfect because they all are Duval queens. And it came across so like nostalgic like that I couldn't help but laugh. And that scene now literally runs through my head kind of like on the day-to-day.
For sure. What would you love to see happen to your character in season 2?
I want to see Lamont help Mia boom, right? And then kind of have his own boom in the same way. Like, you know, the Beyonce Jay-Z situation, mm-hmm. but without having to be the conglomerates of Beyonce Jay-Z. More just like kind of getting to see the best friend relationship that they had before, you know, season 1 got to kind of show their history, I guess you could say. So just kind of biggering up on the relationship he has, not just with Mia, but with Melissa, and kind of get to see him be a young dad. You feel me? Like, I really am excited about that. I could do the whole second season with just being a father. You know, like,
that's sweet.
Yeah, that'll be dope.
And Jay Ellis directed the finale. How was it like to have an actor, especially who's worked with Issa before, mm-hmm. be directing that episode? How was that like?
Oh, it was really cool because he understands, like, when you have actors that also are blessed with the gift to direct, right? It's kind of, they do a lot of the work as you're doing work too, because they know what not just you're looking for as an actor, right? But they know what they're looking for as a director. So they can kind of communicate from both sides of the playing field, you know, and understand you also from both sides. So the whole episode was just like butter, you feel me? And hopefully next season you're gonna smack in and toss a few more in there, because it was really dope and smooth, like seamless, real talk.
Do you see yourself directing in the future?
I do, because I got some ideas.
Well, writing as well, do you see that?
Yeah, I could. Yeah, definitely. Because I write like music and poems and such like that, and I'm always up here. So
Well, that would be awesome. And hopefully we'll see that in season 2. But thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me. And I'm looking forward to talking to you about future projects.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Awesome.